After
Well,
after after the ceremony and all's over, let's just roll right in. Shoot,
Cool.
I missed all that. Yeah, we could just sneak on in. They'll never know.
They'll
Me and
never
Will,
know.
me, Will, and Raul. They'll never get. They'll never. We don't. We won't stand out.
uh,
Well, now
Charlie,
Basil's not invited because he ditched us tonight.
Who did?
Basil.
Oh well. Basil's out. I mean, come on.
Yes.
If they could,
Baz,
if you couldn't come on for one of the Tocci sisters, and is it Tocci or Tosi? It's
Tossie.
Italian, so it would be Tocci, right?
Technically, yes, but we say Tossie.
You say Tassi.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll say it in a real Italian. No, no, whatever you call it, whatever you say is fine with me. So
Okay.
we'll Tassi. All right, Sarah
Charlie,
Tassi.
you want to start the show off?
Yes, yes. I'll do it my way. I don't really know the other words. Well, good evening, everyone. I'm Charlie McGrother, and you're with Raul and the three amigos. Tonight we have the lovely Miss Sarah Tassi to interview. And is there anyone else coming on the show?
No, just Sarah.
Just Sarah.
Wow, is
Oh,
the
we did.
Phillies on tonight?
Yes, and I'm watching the Phillies. Don't tell anybody. I'm doing both. I'm ambidextrous. So, yeah. So, yes, we have the lovely Miss Sarah Tassi on our show tonight.
Thank you for
And
having me.
oh,
Sarah, can you
you're
introduce
welcome.
yourself to the listeners and what you do?
Hello, listeners. My name is Sarah Tossi, and I own my own business. I am a social media manager and a content creator.
Wow, you still got 2 weeks, right, before you
Two
get
weeks.
married? 2 weeks. All right, I'll be over 20 minutes
What?
after the show. But I'm a dog. You know that, Raul.
Yeah. What do you do as a social media content
Yeah.
and all?
Maybe.
So I work with a handful of different businesses in different industries. So I work with doctors, I work with a realtor, I work with a girl who's a balloon stylist, I work with a popcorn shop, and
How about
I
with a redheaded DJ?
know.
I could use your help.
Okay, well, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
I
Raul will pick it all up. But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I help create content for their social media pages, mostly Instagram. And for some people, I fully manage their accounts. For other people, I just help create content. So that's graphics, videos, LinkedIn posts, depending on what they're needing, and then help them run it or just provide it back to them so they can run their own social media accounts productively.
That sounds wonderful. No, I was serious. I was flirting before, if you couldn't tell. But then I got real serious when you started to talk about being a content creator and being able to do work on social media. Now I'm a DJ. I know records. I know the music that I play, but I'm horrible at this, and it's
Can,
leaving me behind. I'm way behind Raul. Raul's way ahead of me. So if maybe you could
Sarah,
help
can you
me.
help Charlie with his content?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be wonderful. No, that would be absolutely wonderful.
It's
Thank
definitely
you.
important for most businesses.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah. No, I that would be great. I really, yeah. Um
Did,
well,
did you go
oh,
did, did you go to school for this? For this?
So I actually didn't. That is a funny question. So I have a master's in special education and I was a teacher for 8 years and I did social media work on the side part-time. Um, well, I've helped with people with their social media accounts for years, but when I started teaching full-time, I was working in social media part-time. And in the last few years, I left the classroom and then started my own business, and now I'm doing this full-time. So my
uh,
education is in special education.
Uh,
yeah, if you're dealing with guys like me, special education, I can understand that.
I did love my my job, but I needed Needed a change for a bit.
Oh, I bet that has to be a grind, and that has to like, what's the word I'm talking about? You just eventually you just like, I'll say it this way, you just blow out. You've had enough, and you have to get off the wheel. You have to get off the wheel for a while because
Hmm.
that'll drive you freaking nuts, I'm sure. I had six brothers. I still have them. I had six brothers and sisters, and so
Wow.
I know about having to deal with them. They were all underneath me, so I kept a tight ship the best I could. You know.
That's good. That's important. I have to do the same with my siblings. I keep a tight ship.
Yeah, well, they did. I thought
I,
I was doing a good job, but no, I did a good job. I'm kidding. Yeah. So
I,
what? So how would someone, other than someone being obnoxious like me and coming right up and asking you, how would somebody? How would somebody talk to you about taking care of this kind of stuff? How do you usually come across those people?
So I have gotten very lucky with local business and word of mouth. If someone posts on Facebook, I'm looking for someone to help me with social media. I have met a ton of people locally who vouch for me and they'll throw my name out there. I also have worked at a ton of events, and then when people see me and see what I'm doing, they're typically curious about like if I have a tripod or I'm holding my gimbal, it makes everyone be like, "What are you doing?" And then I could be like, "I'm a social media manager," or "I'm here to capture content." And so then people are like, "Oh, I need help with social media." And so then, I'll slide them a business card.
Oh yeah, that's pretty
Um,
slick.
yeah, right. But at events, one person's hiring me to be there, but then there's a ton of other people at these events seeing what I'm doing. Oh, I just got a Zoom pop up. Allow. Um, and curious about it, and then wondering, how is this event posting content during the event or after the event? Who's doing that? And so, um, yeah, that's typically how people find out about me. Sometimes I'll browse, Indeed, just to see the local businesses looking for help with
Aha.
social media. But right now, like I'm not doing any outreach for my business. Um, but I'm like I'll always take an inquiry.
Yeah. Wow. That's incredible. Now
Thank
how
you.
long did it take from when you started doing this to now? That would be the 8 years plus?
I have done like even when I was waitressing in high school, probably. Like there was a restaurant I worked at probably in 2008 that I was like, I'll run your social media. So I have been interested in that in like for forever, and I've always done that. When I started having more official clients specifically for social media was probably like 2017, 2018. And then just in the last like 2 years, I've been full time.
Wow. Wow. That's incredible. I mean,
Thank you.
getting to do what you like is very difficult in this life. And when you get a chance to do what you like and you get to do it the way you want to do it, I mean, that's you hit the mother lode, I do believe.
Yeah, I
Well,
feel very lucky.
well, that's good. And there's a lot of people out there, I'm sure, that are very happy that you did that, made that
I
move.
hope so.
Now, William looks like he's been
may,
back and forth. Are you ready?
maybe
Did you want to ask?
Sarah, I'll send you my dad's contact. He has a business of his own, so maybe you can talk to him about running. I think they're looking for a social media
Okay.
person. So
What kind of business does he have?
he has a mental health clinic.
She's
Love
she's
that.
she's fixing my
Oh,
my
she's
social page first. Raul, I'm first.
Raul's dad can come after you on the way.
hey, Sarah, what college did you go to?
I went to Millersville University for undergrad in Lancaster.
It's no longer
And what
around
was your
anymore.
major there?
No, it is.
I know. I'm kidding with you.
Charlie, sorry to interrupt. What was your major? Sorry to interrupt, Charlie.
That's all right. I see the
I was a dual major in special education and early childhood education. And then I had a minor in athletic coaching.
wow.
Okay.
And
And
then I got
did
my master's at Vanderbilt when I lived
I
in
was just about
Wow.
to ask you if you went to grad school.
I did.
Vanderbilt. That's down in Tennessee. That's an excellent school. Wow.
Thanks.
Did you have the same major there or a different major?
My major was only special education. So I got my master's in special education. And my endorsement area was working with students that are blind and visually impaired.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's some people at my work who are blind, but I respect them though, always.
Yeah. And
Oh,
I'm sure
oh,
they
you
have a lot
should.
of accommodations so they can work successfully with you, right?
Yeah, and some have you ever heard of this school called Overbrook? Some of them
Yep.
at my job went to Overbrook in West Philadelphia.
Yeah. Super cool.
Yeah.
Raul, have you ever heard of it?
No, I
That's
never.
where
Charlie, do you know that school, Charlie?
oh yeah, Overbrook. Yeah, that supplied the NBA with some really good players early on.
Sarah, do you know anybody else that went there?
To Overbrook?
Yeah.
I don't, but I definitely know what it is. When I was living in Tennessee, I worked at the Tennessee School for the Blind for a bit. And so when I was moving back here to Pennsylvania, because now I'm local again, um, trying to figure out what direction I wanted to go with my career, I had looked at Overbrook,
Oh, okay. So
but I don't know anyone who attends.
did you apply there at first or
Mm-mm,
please?
I
Uh,
never applied.
Sarah, there's some questions for you from the viewers.
Okay, I'm
Jack,
kind of nervous.
Jack to Tiger wants to know what kind of hairstyle does the balloon stylist give the balloons?
Um, Mostly mohawks.
Okay, mostly mohawks.
Write that down.
And
How about
Laura,
how about a
Laura,
perm?
Laura
Yeah.
Brooks wants to know has Sarah met anyone cool with her business clients?
She met me. No,
I
go
met
ahead.
Charlie. Um, so you guys will actually think this is pretty cool. With one of my clients, I traveled down to New Orleans for the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
Oh
and
wow.
she works a lot of events for the Eagles. And last week we did an event with the Phillies. She works with a big podcaster too. So I have met some cool people. I was like this close to Jalen Hurts over the weekend.
Oh wow.
Oh, did you go to the walk event? Did you go?
Yeah, I was at Eagles Autism all weekend.
Oh,
Do you
that's
know Ben Hartman? Ben Hartman.
yeah,
No.
yeah, he's friends with us.
It's
Oh,
four
really?
two, guys.
He's the Eagle. He's the one that raised money for Eagles Autism
Oh,
Ambassador.
cool. So did he
And
go to the walk?
yeah, he was there.
Did you see any content from it?
Uh,
Did he
I
post
saw
any
some.
pictures?
Yeah, I saw some of his content.
Did you
He's
see any balloons in his content?
um, I think so. Yeah,
That
with
is my client who does
that
all the balloons.
that's
Who?
his.
Which one?
Who's the client?
Yeah.
Her Instagram is Charming Garlands.
There
Okay.
you go. Charming garlands. That sounds like
So I get to go to a lot of cool events because she gets to go to a lot of cool
Are you
events.
gonna
sounds
go
like
to
a
the
rock
next
and
one
roll
next
guy.
year? I will. I will. I'll go to the next one next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got to
Yeah.
go, William.
Yeah.
I heard you say it,
Yeah.
man. So
Hey,
you got to
yeah.
go.
Hey guys, at my job they give out it was a sign up thing for the Eagles Autism Challenge, but unfortunately the deadline was it was the week before I started.
Oh man.
I didn't get it in time, so
Next year.
next year.
Yeah.
It's fun.
You're dialed into all that now. So by next
Ooh.
next year, you'll just fall right into it. It should be no problem, William.
I wonder if they do that for guests too, like arena guests too. I wonder. I can look into that part too, or maybe just people that work there.
Uh,
Check it out.
Sarah, did you wrestle against Brandon in Overbrook?
Did I wrestle against him?
Yeah.
I did not. But if I had to bet on who would win that wrestling match, it would be me.
He said that we wrestled against Overbrook in high school.
So he wrestled in high school, so his wrestling team probably competed against them.
Okay, so you think you'll beat Brandon in wrestling?
I think I would beat him in anything, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh, Laura Book is saying there are rumors that Sarah is a fake Eagle fan. Is that true?
That would be a true statement.
Yeah. What's your favorite team?
So honestly, I don't have a favorite NFL team. I don't watch a lot of football, but for college football, my whole family, we cheer for the Texas Longhorns because that's where our older brother went.
Okay.
So we're Texas football fans, but for NFL,
Yeah,
I guess I'll be a fake Eagles fan.
Fake Eagle fan. So since so you don't support the Cowboys?
I don't support the Cowboys.
No. Okay.
Right.
Did you see? I heard on the radio today that the tush push wasn't banned, so that's really exciting news, isn't it?
Yeah, that's exciting news. But Charlie doesn't like the tush push.
No, I don't like the tush push because it's not a football play. It's not a football play.
So
It's
you
a
were upset
soccer
about the
scrum.
vote today?
Well, now that you told me that, I'm no longer in a happy mood. So thank you.
I'm so
Uh,
sorry.
I believe personally, I believe that that is not a league. That's not a football play.
You think it's
You
a
know,
rugby play?
I think it's a rugby. It looks like a rugby scrum. And also in rugby, you're allowed to pull the runner over the goal line. In football, you're not allowed to assist the runner. And that's why I say that it's not a football play.
I understand.
It's just me. But but football now, the NFL now is all more about entertainment than anything else. You know, so right? I mean, come on, they are. I mean, all the sports are actually.
Hmm.
They're all doing whatever they have to do to like Major League Baseball. They've made some changes and done some things over the past couple of years that I think that have done wonders for the game. You know,
And plus the NBA, like I think that they're kind of rigged because um, the Dallas Mavericks they traded their best player Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers, and then uh, 2 weeks ago they got the number one pick. So they had 1.5% chance of getting the number one pick, and they got the number one pick. So uh, I
it
think
sounds a
that's
little it
kind of
sounds a
rigged.
little fluky to me, man. Anyhow,
Hello.
it's 6-2. The Phillies are up.
Oh, do you want to know something else cool that I did last week?
What would that be?
So I was at Citizens Bank for a work event and I got to tour like underground and I
Oh,
saw their batting cage. I got to sit in the dugout. I was on the field. It was pretty cool, but I'm
yeah.
also a fake Phillies fan, so
Yeah, you
You don't
don't
like
like
the
the Phillies?
Phillies? No, you don't like the Phillies?
you know what I do love? Going to a game and eating a hot dog and an ice cream in a helmet with sprinkles. I love that.
Okay, June 22nd, we're going to a game. It's a Sunday night game. So
Oh,
so why don't you come with us?
I'll have to check my schedule. Is it Dollar Dog Night?
Is it Dollar Dog Night,
I
Raul?
don't know.
You're in
You
charge of
let me
this.
know.
You
You
let her
you
know.
you and you and Brandon and Laura and Sean should come.
That would
So
be
Oh,
fun.
what?
I'll
There's
check
not
my
enough room. There's
schedule.
there's not enough room in the car for that many people. Yeah.
We need to get, hey Rob, we really need to get Ben on our show.
What's that?
We need to get Ben on our show. That'll be the
You need to
biggest.
get.
That'll be the biggest one yet. Everyone, like 1 million people. How many? Imagine how many viewers we would get when we got Ben on the show. I've been trying to get him on the show.
Does
If we
Ben
got.
have a lot of friends?
Yeah, he's very
He
popular.
he he was on the
Ellen show
Ellen show.
Really?
and on The
Yeah.
Price is Right.
Oh, then he can. We'll let him come on our show then. He. Did you see his resume, William?
No, I didn't see it
How is he
Oh.
so popular?
Okay.
because a lot of
Um,
people love him, right, Rahul?
Because he does so much for autism,
Yeah,
so that's
Oh,
why.
can you send me his Instagram account so I can see?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rahul, are you gonna send it to Sarah?
Yeah, I'll send it, or you can send it.
I
Now
don't have
you're
Sarah's contact information. Sarah, can I
I'll
add you on
I'll
Facebook?
send it. I'll send it to Sarah.
Thank you.
Sarah, what's your hot dog record eating?
how long? Yeah.
I honestly don't know. I had 3 over the weekend though, so that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Were the hot dogs free or did you have to pay for it there?
Free.
Wow.
Oh yeah, there you go. Free.
Yeah.
She got to sit in the dugout. She got to walk through the locker room. She's got to see the training room. I'll
Pretty
bet.
cool,
Sarah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Sarah, what high school did you go to back in the day?
I went to New Hope Soulberry.
Okay.
Just like Laura.
Yes.
Okay. And New Hope Silbury, is that a school that for kids in a certain neighborhood, or is this a private school, or what is it?
So it's public, but it's very small. It's actually larger. Well, I when I went through, there was only 3 schools, one elementary, one middle, one high school. Now there's a lower elementary and upper elementary, and then middle and high school. So like my graduating class we were only like 3 minutes up the road from the Central Bucks School District, but my graduating class was maybe like 107 kids. So much smaller than
And theirs was like 15 billion.
right, right. But it
Yeah.
is still considered public.
Okay. That's good. But it seems like more of like a private kind of school
Kind of.
because they had they can. I'm sure that the people that run that school are able to keep their thumb on top of things, you know.
Correct.
So that's cool.
Hmm.
You know,
How many siblings do you have, Sarah?
I have 2 brothers and 1 sister.
Out of all the siblings, who's your favorite sibling?
Oh,
I feel like putting her on the spot.
I honestly love them all.
There you
They
go.
are I have the best siblings. Maybe, oh, my dog just opened the door and came in the room. Maybe Laura's my favorite right now because she brought my nephew into the world and I really, really love him. But my brothers are
Oh,
awesome too. I probably just see Laura the most these days. But
that was a
they're
great
all great.
answer. That's a great answer. Really. She covered all the bases. What an answer. Now,
When you were young, who would you have an argument with the most?
Laura.
Laura?
Yes.
because she's her sister, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sisters. Twin sisters. Yes, I know that. I've seen that movie multiple times, and I've heard my wife sings that song when she gets together with our other sisters. She has 2 other sisters, and they sing that.
That's
But I
funny.
mean, they grew up the same way as all sisters do. They fight like cats and dogs about stupid stuff. I mean,
Yep.
yeah. And the worst part about it is when they start fighting about boys. That's when I would go in and say, you don't want to either deal with either one of those guys. Just rub them right out.
We don't fight anymore. Now I just say, bring Griffin over or let me watch Griffin. That's the only thing we fight about.
Oh, wow. And how old is Griffin?
He is 11 and a half months.
Wow.
D-
Wow.
Uh, Sarah, do you love your nephew when he poops around the house everywhere?
No, and he did that to me 3 times last week.
And she
Yeah.
told him, no more pooping in my house.
Yeah, I said, I'm not going to invite you over anymore if you keep doing that to me.
How old is he?
It's
He's
11 and a half
almost
months.
1. He'll be 1 in a few weeks.
He's a
Well, you know,
baby
babies,
still.
Sarah, they can't help it. Who
Yeah,
who changed
Really?
the baby? Who changed the baby's diaper the most? You or Brandon?
Me.
oh, yeah, sure. Sure.
Because some
Yeah.
days, like, if my mom or Laura's mother-in-law can't watch him, then I can be flexible with my work schedule. So then I'll watch him. But Brandon still goes to work. So then I would be the one changing the diapers mostly.
Wow. You know what? I'm not seriously now.
Uh,
I'm not, what's the matter, William?
sorry to interrupt. Sarah, have you ever thought about looking to hiring a babysitter? If you don't mind me asking on the show, like a
Would
William,
I hire a
Sa-
babysitter for who? My
uh,
nephew?
yeah.
Yes, from one of us on the show. Is
If
that what
you're,
you
what
were
do you, I
saying,
mean,
William?
if your mom, or if your mom and wasn't, or Laura's mom wasn't available, I mean,
I don't know if that would be my decision to make. I think Laura would have to decide. Luckily, we have a lot of family members that live very close to each other.
That's
So if
good.
anyone needs coverage, we can cover for each other.
oh, okay. I
But
was
if
just
we
curious.
if someone needed to hire a babysitter, I'm sure we would.
Yeah.
I was just wondering. Yeah.
Why are you
who
trying to babysit Will?
Uh,
I think Will wants
Are you
another job.
volunteering?
yeah.
He'll
Since
work for $2 an hour, he said,
someday I
right?
will have children with my wife, and I don't exactly know the ropes yet, honestly. So,
Well, this is how you find out. This is how you learn.
oh
I'm
yeah, I've
learning
watched
Learn,
so
my,
much
you
I've
from
learn
Will.
on
actually, oh
someone
yeah,
else's
come to think of it,
child.
I've actually watched my cousin's kids before, like if they're coming here for a visit and stuff.
That's
But
good.
but then you lock them in the basement, Will. So that doesn't, that doesn't really count.
Sarah, who poops in their diaper the most? Griffin or Charles?
I don't poop in my diaper anymore. I told you that.
Then I would have to say Griffin then probably.
I told you, man. I'm over that scene.
Griffin is definitely not over it, so
Yeah. So I take it Griffin is your first uh, nephew or niece.
he is.
uh,
Okay.
Charles, he is Laura Brooks, who we had on our show,
Twice.
Laura
Yes.
and Sean. That's
Yeah.
their son, Griffin.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I know who they are. Yeah.
Yep.
That's yeah. Um I well I just keep saying the same thing over and over again. I'm amazed how, if you don't mind me asking you, or I'll put it this way. Oh, no, never mind. I'm not going to ask you because it's none of my friggin' business. Uh, but when you started to put this business together of your own,
Hmm.
right? Coming out of, I'm sure you had your eye on the prize when you were still teaching. You were working on building the beginnings of of your company together, or
Hmm.
whatever you. Yeah. And uh, and then as you go, you've continued to build it. I find that amazing. I mean, because that took a lot of, gumption and without people telling you, yeah, how you really going to make a salary doing that? Who's going to want you to do that? It's like, get out of my face.
Hmm.
You're whining. Get away from me. I wasn't whining for real. I was just, but anyhow, no, I find that incredible. And
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, you're welcome. And where do you like where do you see your business going, like say in the next like say 5 years? I mean, how much branching out do you think you want to do? Because it's just you, correct?
Right. So that's a very good question and something I'm trying to navigate right now. I've been outsourcing and hiring some freelance help um, recently for various things. But if I want to continue to scale, I would have to, which I think I do. I just have to decide what that looks like. But hiring another account manager, because that takes up a lot of my time. And so that would probably be my next step before taking on additional clients. So if I'm just doing content creation for people, then maybe I see them once a month or every handful of weeks. Um, and then edit content, get it back to them. That's not a big deal. I can handle that solo. It's when
Mhm.
I'm managing people's accounts every day that takes up more of my time. And so if I
Oh,
want to
sure.
continue to scale that part of my business, I will have to bring someone on for more hours than I'm currently
You currently can,
outsourcing for various jobs.
right, and to keep you floating,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Yeah. No, I know. I was just curious because I can see as your company is going, it's coming out like this. Can you see it? I'm making like kind of a UV or
Yeah.
something. But anyhow, I mean to start to branch out that much. I mean, you still want to have control of your operation.
Right. Which is that's the hard part. It's hard to
Right. Sure.
let go of
Absolutely.
some responsibilities,
Right. And but
finding a
but
balance.
but the thing is the thing is this. I mean, you're going to want, of course, you're going to want to hire someone that you have complete trust in, and that you know is understands what's going on in the game. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
What you're doing and what their role is in doing. I'm sure
Right.
that's got to be very difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, because I can see that. I mean, it's almost like a coach bringing on somebody else to run the offense. It's like,
Right.
oh man, I really don't want this to happen, but I guess I should.
Right.
And then, and
That's
then the whole time,
exactly right.
and then the whole time you're looking over his shoulder, like, yo, what are you doing down there?
Me?
Yep.
Me?
But yes, you, William, you're
Not you,
next.
Will.
There,
Um,
you just popped up.
Do,
We were talking
uh,
about you the whole time. So
do,
get in there and
Sarah,
defend yourself.
do you think you can help us with the our content, and I'll send you this link, and some of the people YouTube channel, they have like starting intro, like when they start the show they have their starting intro, like roles and credits and all. Do you
Uh-huh.
think you can help us with that?
You'll
yeah,
have
what
to
do you
send
think?
me some examples of what other people do, but I probably could help you with that. Sounds like
Okay.
just a little bit of editing that's needed.
Yeah.
So
Like
send me some
for
later.
yeah, we have 337 subscribers now.
I know that's so awesome.
Oh, did you became the 337 subscriber?
Did I? I don't
Yeah.
think so. I was subscribed when Laura Brooks was the guest.
Uh-huh.
So someone else probably did.
Yeah.
Probably.
There's probably somebody else out there that likes us. Don't
Yeah.
say anything. Don't tell anybody. But well, I'm kidding around, pal. Okay.
Is
Yeah.
Smile. Will you smile?
what
Raul,
does
Hey,
you
your what does your fiance Brandon does?
yeah, what does he do for a
And
job?
how did you two meet, and who asked the question first?
and what's your combined salaries and how
And
many
social security
credit
numbers.
cards do you do? Yeah. And can you let us know what your social security number is? Look, it's just we won't do anything with it. We'll just hold on to it.
All right.
I
So
lie though, but I lie.
so Brandon works for a construction company. He's an engineer. He is currently working on the Princeton University, I don't know what you want to call it, rebuild, expansion project of a lot of their buildings on campus. And he is
They call that
also,
retrofitting. I'm sorry. They call that retrofitting. When they go in
oh,
there and they start working on one of the buildings and they like gut it and stuff like that. Yeah, that's what they
okay.
call it.
Yeah, he loves all that construction work. He's remodeled our entire house. And he's also in the Army Reserves. He's a captain in the Army.
Uh,
And so he's
Thank you for your service, Brandon.
I will tell him. Um, he's frequently busy with Army responsibilities as well. And we met at the gym, and I would say, what did you say? Who asked to Brandon doesn't talk as much as I do, so I started talking to him first,
I
and
figured
then
that. You
at
threw
some
that.
point it evolved to us going on a date.
So you threw that the
Yeah.
fishing pole line out there and you
Yes.
wheeled him in. You
Hey,
wheeled him in.
Sarah,
You wheeled him in.
Sarah, so I just heard you said Brandon doesn't talk much. Who is more social, you or Brandon?
Oh,
Me.
come on.
And I'm guessing he is more quiet.
Correct.
Yeah, Sarah's the life of the party, no doubt.
Yeah,
And her husband's
I'm very
probably standing in the
social.
back, and her husband's probably
Charlie's very
standing in the back.
social, and Raul is very social. Even Basil's very social, right, Raul?
Yeah.
Love that.
No, I was saying that she's probably the life of the party, and her husband's probably standing in the background drinking a
Yeah,
beer,
Sarah,
just
I
going,
always love when you comment
yeah,
on
I'll give you the
on
high
our
sign when
videos
it's
every
time
week.
to go.
Since you're the life at the party, especially since Sarah's life at the party, she always comments on our show every week.
I love commenting, Will.
Yeah, I see you're good.
So,
You have good
so Sarah,
comments.
who asked the question first? You or Brandon?
Which question? Like, will you be my girlfriend or will you marry me?
Will you marry? Will you marry me? Who proposed
So,
first?
He still hasn't asked her. Why are you saying that, Rahul? He still hasn't. Yeah, shh, come on, man.
so,
Go ahead, Sarah.
so I think I said Brandon wanted me to be his girlfriend like very early on, and I said no, thank you. So eventually
Mm,
I was like, okay,
you
I
did that
guess
on
we can
purpose,
be
didn't you?
boyfriend
You did that
girlfriend.
on purpose, didn't you? You had that all lined up, don't you?
No, I was
Uh,
scared.
Oh, of course. Yeah. How old were you at the time?
How old was I when we met?
Get close. I mean, you don't have to hit it
Maybe
right on
like
the.
28.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm
Um,
sure. Yeah, so I can see that. I'm sure that
yeah,
at 28, when you go to the gym, I go to the Y up on Davisville Road. And
nice.
it's the same thing. You have people come in, a whole ball, everybody comes in there, and you got to be really careful of like who you start talking to or who you take a liking to until
Right,
you find out what this person's all about.
right.
And the only way she's going to find out about it is first tell him no, and then ask about him behind his back, and then eventually say, "All right, now that I know all about you," she's saying that with a grin, we can go to the movies and you can pay. Am I right or am I wrong?
You are correct.
There you go. I win again.
So then we were in the Grand Canyon and we went on the worst hike of my entire life. It was like 5,000 feet of elevation. We were hiking
You,
for 16 hours. It was awful. That's why I have this pennant behind me that says I hiked. What does it say? South Kebab Trail. That's where we were hiking. And
I want to ask you a question real fast. You guys had plenty of water when you were on this trail, right? You
at
weren't
the end
stuffing.
of the hike, Charles, we ran out of water.
Oh man,
It was, I'm not joking, it was awful.
I can
But that was
imagine.
when he proposed and said,
When
"Will
there was no
you
water left?
He did it before we ran out of
Yeah, it's
water.
like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? How am I going to stall? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll ask her to marry me, and then I'll go off and get some water, and I'll come back Thursday.
Yeah,
True,
it was
true or
it was a
false?
rough day, but it was we got some beautiful photos.
I'll bet.
You went hiking on the Grand Canyon.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
What
neat.
is Will doing over there?
He's always in like some
Rockin'
kind of
with
like
Rahul and the three amigos rocking with Rahul. Right, Rahul?
wow, wow.
Yeah.
Are you taking your medication, Will?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm just kidding you. I'm kidding with
I
you.
know. Me
He's
too.
just
I'm
being the
joking
life
too.
of the party down there.
Yes, I
Yeah,
am.
but it's a party of one. I see you up there dancing and doing all kinds of stuff and laughing, and then you put your face right up to the screen when I'm talking. But no, you put
Sarah,
your
I have a
face right up to.
question. Do you think we're gonna get 500 subscribers by the end of the year?
By the end of the year, I think so.
Wow,
Yeah,
there
because
you
that's the
go.
goal. Rob, what do
That's
you
a
think?
great goal, and I think it's achievable.
Rob, what do you think?
Yeah. We are trying to get 500 subscribers
Do you think you
right
could
now.
get me 500 subscribers, Sarah? I have like five.
5.
Yeah, well, maybe a little bit more than five,
We'll
6.
work on it.
Yeah, okay, all right. Because I my show is excellent, isn't it, Raul?
Yeah.
There you go. Good answer, Raul. Uh, oh, I know. When you're going out for content on a show, or
Hmm.
when you're going out for content, do you take what do you take with you? Do you take with you a camera and the ability to interview somebody on the spot? Do you do
So,
that?
so everything I do is on my phone. I have 2 phones, so sometimes, I need to be charging one and using the other, or sometimes I have
Right.
both set up depending on what's going on. I have a tripod, so if my phone just needs to be set up, I'll put it on a tripod. I have mini microphones, so if I'm interviewing someone and want like their voice to be enhanced, then I have two
Right.
mini mics that I can Bluetooth to my phone.
Wow.
And
Okay.
then I would say the other thing I use, well, 2 things most frequently. So I have a gimbal, which basically just like stabilizes your phone. Because if I'm working a wedding, for example, I'll be holding my phone for 10 hours. And so the gimbal helps me just get more stable content. Um,
Excuse me. The gimbal, is that something? What is that really? No, that's a stupid question. The gimbal, is that a piece of equipment?
yes.
And what does that do?
It basically just, instead of me holding my phone like this, I don't think
Okay.
in here, or I'd show you. I put my phone into it and then I hold it. It's kind of like, have you seen a selfie stick before?
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
it's not that, but it's like you're putting your phone into another piece of equipment and you're holding that instead of just holding my phone like this all night.
Right.
Because by hour 10, my hand would be like
Sure. And
done.
your shoulder would be shot forever.
Exactly. So I use that. Sometimes it gets a little crazy and has a mind of its own, like it take the phone, and I don't love that.
Uh-huh.
So it just depends what I'm doing if I use that or not. And then I also have some different lighting options that I'll bring with me because I've worked events before that are really, really dark, and
Right.
that makes for not good content. And so that's usually what I'll pack. And then I always pack chargers. I always need portable chargers. And I like to pack Chomps bars because that's good protein for long days.
There
And I
you
like to
go.
pack sour candy.
Reese's Cups.
Oh,
Reese's
that's your
Cups are the
favorite?
answer. Yes. I would go to hell for Reese's Cups.
That, Cha-
In fact, I have.
Charlie,
What?
me, and William will crash the wedding.
Yes, I asked her
Oh,
that.
you says I'm not going to Penn State this year, Raul.
Yeah.
What
We'll
Well,
does
crash
that
the
have to
wedding.
do with crashing her
Well,
wedding?
Sarah, what time is the wedding? Because I work from 7:30 to 4.
Yeah, what time is the wedding?
4:30.
Oh,
Which
that's right
store are
after
you
I get
gonna
off work.
Oh, perfect.
which store are you gonna leave open so we can get in?
And Sarah, if you don't mind, I might be a little late to crash the party because I
Okay.
get up at 4:30. Raul, what time do you get off work normally? 5 o'clock or 5:30?
Sometime later on, went to the wedding, Sarah.
June 5th.
June
I'll be there early. I'll sneak in with the caterers.
Perfect.
They'll never know it's me.
Charlie, are you gonna bring your wife with you, or
Of
you just come
course
yourself?
not. No.
Because you don't want her to know that you're going.
This
Where's the
social,
wedding?
this what?
Where's the wedding gonna be held at?
It's
What
at
my
the
what?
Black Bass Hotel, and do you want to know something really cool?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sean Brooks is the officiant.
Oh
Oh
boy.
wow.
Oh boy.
That's gonna be
Boy, oh boy,
that's
oh
gonna be
boy.
interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. You're gonna make them put on
Hey
like
guys,
a
hey guys, the four of us, you guys, the four of us include Basil. Let's all crash the wedding. Let's
they'll
go.
never know they'll never notice us at
Let's go
all.
crash the
We'll
wedding.
sneak right
Let's go
in.
crash. Hey, and who's driving, Raul or Charlie or Basil? Who's driving? I know I'm not. I can't drive it.
Oh, I can't. No, not me. My driving days are over. Plus, I have a Subaru. I don't want any of you guys in my car.
Raul,
I'm
so who's gonna
kidding.
drive?
I'm
You or
kidding.
Basil?
You guys know I'm kidding, right?
Raul, I know Raul's gonna drive, right, Raul?
Probably. Well,
Raul,
it's
you know I'm kidding with you, right?
yeah. Where's it gonna be held at, Sarah?
The Black Bass Hotel.
Black Bass Hotel. How far is it from here?
It's in
Where are
Pittsburgh.
you again?
How far is it?
Lansdale.
Lansdale, probably 50 minutes. Maybe
So-
45 if
No,
you're
it's
lucky.
towards Pittsburgh?
It's
No.
towards like the New Hope area.
Where is it actually? What's the neighborhood that this is in?
The neighborhood is Lumberville,
So it's
PA.
in Jersey. Oh, PA.
No, not Lambertville, Lumberville.
Lumberville, Pennsylvania. So it's on this side of the creek. All right. Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
William, if we go for Sarah and Brandon's wedding, can you sing at their wedding?
Yeah.
Especially
and
after
Raul, what should I
uh,
sing, Raul? Like the Fly Eagles Fly song or something else?
Yeah,
Oh.
especially after we crash the wedding. You're going to make a scene. Go ahead, make a scene. I don't care.
Hey, Raul, are you still gonna go? Are we still gonna go together in your car, Raul? Is it gonna be in your car, Raul?
Yeah, probably. I'll pick Charlie and you up.
What kind of car do you have, Raul?
We have a Nissan Sentra.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a nice ride. We had a nice ride when we went down there. We went down to a ball game together, a bunch of us. It was absolutely the hottest freaking day I've ever. It was unbelievable. Even Raul was getting sick from the heat. I don't
Oh,
know why I said that, but it was just everybody was just like you could see it in their face. We left early. The Phillies
that
were
was
getting
probably a good
creamed anyhow.
choice.
Yeah,
So Sean is gonna host the wedding.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. Okay. You should invite West Brooks also, and both of them could host it together.
Oh, I would love to invite Wes Brooks because I think he is so funny.
Yeah. I think
But he's
both,
across the country. So
Yeah.
he's got a hell of a nerve.
if if no one shows up like if no one shows up for the wedding, will they have like a live streaming of the wedding and all?
You're asking her if no one shows up at her wedding, will they stream it?
Yeah.
So they can watch it home, just the two of them. That there's something
I don't
twisted
think
about
we
that.
are going to. I think we might FaceTime Brandon's grandfather for the ceremony, but I don't think we'll live stream the whole thing.
Okay.
Excuse me, I'm going to go get some Reese's cups.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Okay.
Yeah. I think William's trying to find questions for you to.
Yeah. Oh,
Do you have any more questions for me, Will?
yes, I do. Which Philadelphia sports team do you watch the most?
Oh. Well, growing up, I went to a lot of Flyers games with my dad. We went a lot, but I probably haven't been in years. a lot of years. Maybe. Now I would say probably the Phillies because I feel like Brandon puts baseball on more than any other sports, and he's not an Eagles fan. So during football season, he roots for the Giants.
He's a Giants fan.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
I know.
Brandon, thanks for your Giants for giving us Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, thanks, Brandon. Yeah, thanks, Brandon. We love Saquon Barkley. Everyone loves him. I have his jersey T-shirt.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Cool.
So is Brandon a Mets fan or a Yankees fan?
He is actually a Phillies fan.
He's a Phillies fan.
Yeah, and he played baseball in college, so you can talk to him about that next week.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
So
Oh, he's a ball
how
player?
did he how did he become a Giants fan?
He was born in New Jersey, and his dad's always been a Giants fan, so I think he was kind of born into that one.
Was his
Does he
father
live?
originally from New York City?
Yeah.
He was from Parsippany.
Parsippany. Parsippany, New Jersey. Or is
Yeah,
that New York?
I think it might be New York.
Yeah, might be on the outside.
Is he happy about the Knicks in the Western Conference in the Eastern Conference final? The
I think
Knicks
he
are
probably feels indifferent about that.
he he doesn't like the Knicks.
Nah.
Uh,
I like the Knicks because they were in my favorite movie, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
yeah.
Wow. That was a great movie.
That is a good one.
I have a Reese's cup here for you, Sarah, so remind me next time you
Thank you,
see me.
Charlie.
You're welcome. The heck with you two. Yes, I owe you
So
that Reese's cup.
so what Sarah, what is your religion? What is your religion?
So we grew up, I think Laura talked about this a little bit. We grew up with one side of the family being Catholic, the other side of the family being Jewish. So we were
Wow.
educated on both religions. We have gone to church with those grandparents. We have gone to synagogue with the other grandparents. We celebrate all of the holidays. So our parents kind of just raised us to be knowledgeable and believe in something.
Well,
Oh,
there you
wow.
go. I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, they stuffed their religion down your throat. It was like, have a little bit of this, have a
Yeah,
little bit of that, take what you
exactly.
want and leave the rest. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And it was
So
always fun to celebrate the holidays with the extended parts of the family and see our cousins and be with our grandparents and all of that. So
Mhm.
pretty
so
cool.
when your mom when your mom becomes a guest on our show, she can talk more about religion and all.
Yes.
Are we going to really grill her mother on religion when she comes on our show? Hmm?
Yeah.
First, we got to find out which religion is she.
So our mom is Jewish, but let me tell you, if the show is at 9 p.m., she will be sleeping, so you might have to do an earlier time
We'll do it
when she comes
8:30.
on.
We'll do
How about if we go in
8:30.
and wake her up? I'll tell you what. We'll
She'll
do the
nap
show at 9
before.
o'clock. We'll do the show at 9 o'clock. Then we'll have Sarah go in and wake her up. Then after she wakes up, we'll start the show.
She'd be like, "What the heck?"
We'll start at 8:30 the show.
Okay.
What Sarah, what is your favorite holiday?
My favorite holiday is Easter because I love making people Easter baskets.
Just wait till your son gets a little older. He's gonna be Easter egg hunting.
I
I
love
know.
I love Easter baskets.
Raul, has your daughter done that yet, Raul? Did your daughter?
Yeah,
Does she enjoy Easter egg hunting every year now, like she did this past Easter?
yeah.
Did she get candy?
She got lots of candies. Yeah.
Do you have any left? Is there any left over? You might be able to slide my way. What do you think?
Rahul, so did your daughter like collecting a lot of Easter eggs? Because I know a lot of kids do. I did when I was
Yeah,
young. She did?
yeah.
So let's interview Sarah. That's why she's
So,
here.
Sarah, so between you and Laura, who do you think will win in a wrestling match?
Laura.
Laura, not you?
No, Laura is feisty.
Feisty Laura. All
Yeah,
right,
like if I
we
need
got it.
someone dealt with, Laura's my girl.
Oh, oh,
Oh,
oh, oh, yeah, yeah.
Laura,
She's the muscle. I thought so.
Yep.
She's the muscle.
Laura's on the move to sneak
Sarah's
you
the
out.
brains, and Laura's the muscle. Am I right?
Yep.
Tell me if I'm right.
You're right.
Yes, you're right.
So,
I wouldn't
so,
And I
necessarily say I'm the brains, but
Yes.
Laura's definitely the muscle.
Sarah, do you think Laura will pick you up like this? Was like a super wrestler that's like, oh, damn.
I don't know if she would do that to me, but if I needed her to kick someone's ass for me, she would definitely do that.
could you ask her to kick my ass? I'd appreciate that. That would be very nice. I'm just throwing it out there. You said that she'd kick your ass for kick
so,
someone's
so
ass.
if Laura's feisty, then she could beat. I think she could beat Sean Brooks in wrestling.
Agree.
Wow, she must have some superpowers. I don't know this guy
So,
really.
sorry,
Each week
Sean,
you
for
put these people
saying
in
that.
front of me. You
Well, Sean would be starting the wrestling match already injured, so that doesn't help his case.
he's already injured. He's all bandaged up.
Yeah.
Look, I'm going to wrestle, but listen, my left elbow is really inflamed. So can we do most of the work on my right side? Oh, sure, no doubt. But put your left arm in a splint, and we'll make sure that we do your right side. And by the way, pick up your check. You're done. Right? Sound
Right.
right? Sound
Exactly.
Wow, man, we got a lot of people agreeing with me tonight. I don't know this is right or not. So, what else can you tell us about your business where you deal with social what do you call it?
Social media.
The social media accounts.
What else can I tell you? I can tell you
Thank you very much for that. Go ahead.
social media is always evolving, always changing. So I take a lot of classes and do a lot of trainings to like always stay, on top of those things. And then it's one less thing my clients don't have to worry about.
Mhm.
And I love Instagram. That's my platform of preference when I work with people. But in my personal life, I love TikTok because I think TikTok is like a comedy show. I think people are just so funny on TikTok.
So could we put like one of our commercials maybe go on TikTok?
It definitely could.
We could probably make something really funny.
Yeah.
We'll have to bring somebody in. It's funny, but we'll have to do something. But no, no, that would be pretty neat.
Yeah.
That would be great.
I love
Eh,
the video editing part of my job. I very much enjoy. Lets me
Yeah.
be creative and it's fun.
Yes. Yes. Editing stuff is really neat.
Yeah.
Because I do my radio show on Monday afternoons now since it's summertime.
Cool.
And I had to get it back, just like Raul does. We all do. Have to get it back to Matt Porter so he can. Well, for me, he puts my show on at midnight, and he puts it on Saturday, sometime between 5 and 9 or 5 and 10, whenever. And it's really neat. And I don't even know why the hell I started telling you that. Um, where was
Just
I
about
headed?
editing.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for that. Yeah. When I in the beginning, would start to edit my show. I mean, edit it so tight that when I talk, I'm in between record movie sets. In between music sets, I talk, and
Mm-hmm.
it's I used to, and I would edit it down to the fact where there would be no breath. It's
That's
like I'd start
crazy.
talking and nonstop for, it's like people would say, "Was that really you talking that fast?" Because we figured it was you, but yeah, it's something. Yeah. So I'm saying that I've come a long way from that now.
Yeah.
I don't edit squat. No, I do edit a little bit so that I can keep my show within the time frame. But
Right. But you learn a
yeah.
lot as from when you start to as you continue on.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, everything that I've done. I mean, working on with Audacity. Have you ever heard of
Okay.
Audacity?
I have not, I don't think.
It's more. It's like an editing. It's supposed to be like an editing program. I'll give you an
Okay.
example. Like I would do. Uh, I would use a flash drive to tape my show,
Mm-hmm.
and then I would go in and I would take it home and I would put it in, and the show would come up, and then I would change the name or whatever, and then go about, breaking everything down, you know. But yeah, it allows you to be creative as long as well, be creative, and usually you're usually the most creative as soon as after you know what you're doing. you know,
Right.
you look,
I think William is busy watching news about the View.
he's wa-
Actually, I'm on Facebook.
What are you looking at on Facebook, Will?
This is just like some like pictures and stuff. I know I shouldn't be doing that on the
It's
show.
okay, Will.
I did bad idea.
it's kind of called drifting.
Tripping, yeah.
So,
Yeah, just plus a
So,
little tired after a long day at work. Just want to get some
yeah,
sleep.
Understandable.
so
can you put
Sarah,
together
do you,
can you,
do, do you have any uh, motivational quote for the viewers?
Oh, I would say, oh
And
no.
and and is Brandon excited to be a guest on our show next week?
Brandon is very excited to be a guest on your show. My motivational words would be,
don't. Whatever it is you're thinking about doing, don't.
I don't know. Can I think about it and then say it next week when Brandon's on?
Yeah.
Okay,
Absolutely.
I'll
I
do
still
that.
think I still think the answer is don't, but we'll go. I don't know. I'm never in this kind of mood ever. I don't know.
So, Sarah, do you think you could take Sean on one in basketball?
Oh, I could definitely dunk on Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right over top of him.
Yeah.
And then knee him in the face as she's going up. She's a nasty, nasty chick. I'm beginning to think that yeah, she's pretty nasty. And she's using Laura to like be her
She's my sidekick.
see her sidekick, be her, her muscle.
Yeah.
I think it's the two of them that are muscle.
We are excited for Brandon to be a guest on our show.
I'm very excited. Are you going to send me the link for him?
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
send you the link. Yeah.
All right.
And tell him thanks for his service.
I will tell him that.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think we should end the show probably.
yeah. It's getting
William,
late.
you want to do the closing statement?
Certainly, and I'm just happy today that we got to interview Sarah. Uh,
Thank you, Will.
yes. Thank you everyone for listening to another episode of Rockin' and Raw and the Three Amigos. Please click and subscribe to our YouTube channel and remember to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Have a good night, everyone. Have a great week.
Bye.
Happy
Thank
See you
you
all
for
next
Memorial Day.
having
week.
me.
Happy
Bro, announce
Memorial
who our
Day.
next guest is next week.
Oh,
Who
Uh,
is our next guest next
Next
week?
guest is Sarah Tocci's uh, fiance, soon to be husband,
I want to interview
Brandon.
her dog first. Do you have a dog, Sarah?
yeah. She's sleeping
we
back
should
there.
interview her dog first to see
Look
what
at her.
kind of person she really is.
It's a mess.
Oh, wow.
What kind of dog is he?
He looks like a parts husky,
Yep.
parts shepherd.
Yep.
Excuse me. He looks
Charlie
like.
nailed
Let me,
it.
let me roll it. Put your screen down one more time, please. Yeah, that'll do it. Part husky, part shepherd.
Yep.
Right? There you go.
Yep.
I missed my call, and I should have been. The guy that told. Oh, never mind. Forget it.
I'm gonna take her out before we all go to bed. Her name's Minnie.
Minnie's probably sitting there going, God, I hope she takes me the hell out before she goes to bed.
Yep. Yep.
Before we wrap things up, let's sing the Fly Eagle Fly song.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Fly, Eagle,
Fly, eagles, fly,
Fly.
on the road
to
victory.
victory. Go ahead, William, sing.
Fight, Eagle,
Eagles,
fight,
fight.
score a touchdown, 1,
1,
2,
2,
3.
3.
Hit them low,
Two, hit
hit
them
them
high.
high, and watch how
Eagles
Eagles
fly. Fly, eagles,
Eagles
fly.
fly.
On
On
the
the
road
road to
To
victory.
victory. E-A-G-L-E-S.
G-L-E-S. All right, now let's sing the
Eagles.
Bye.
now
Go
let's sing the
birds.
Philly
Go
song.
birds. Bye, everyone. Have a good night.
Yeah, take care.
Bye.
Keep
See ya.
smiling, Will. Nice meeting you, Sarah.
You
I
too.
gotta
Thank
talk to you.
See you all next.
I'm gonna
see
talk
you
to you
next
about
week,
that
Charlie,
stuff I was telling you about.
and
Yep.
and Charlie
All right.
and Rahul. Hopefully, Basil will be back next week. We need him.
Hopefully, Basil's been ditching.
Yeah,
His
I
loss.
want to remind him to come back next week. I want to
Remind him.
before he forgets. See you
Probably
guys.
Okay,
Will's
bye,
gonna
guys.
start.
See
Bye-bye,
you-
Sarah.
See you
Take care.
guys next week.
Okay. Good show, man.
Yeah.